Hello everyone. Today I'm gonna be picking up kind of where I left off. Um, my last video was, I believe, the Thanksgiving event, and before that I left off in Ratchet, which I will be making my way back toward. But I want to turn this quest in and this one to kind of wrap up those areas, I think. So this one is the Mage Summoner. Is it done? Is Solaris Foulborn dead? Now I can see that repugnant smile wiped from his face forever. You have done very well, Lunacy. Take this, the light of a loon. Drink of it when it all seems lost and death is near. It may save you, goddess willing. Wow. That's pretty awesome item that she gave me. Oh. What is that? Oh, that's by the World Tree, which I'm not gonna go to right now. It's just because since one of my previous videos, I want to say maybe my last one, hit level 61. I actually just realized that my character is still in queue for a dungeon. Dungeon Finder is definitely broken today at the time of my recording this. I think it's because they released, what is it called? It's, let me click over. It's like the season of discovery. That's what it is, season of discovery. And at first, I thought, because so many people are playing Season of Discovery right now, which I was as well last night, and it was pure chaos. There were so many people online. It took like, I want to say 2 or 3 hours just to get out of the starting zone. There was so much competition for like quest items and quest mobs and stuff. So at first I thought it was broken because everybody's doing that instead of playing Wrath of the Lich King, but it keeps pausing actually, and every once in a while it'll flicker to show like an estimated time of queue for people in my level range, and it'll show people waiting. It'll show how long the average queue is, and it'll show how long I've been in queue. I've been in queue for 2.5 hours, as you can see. I've absolutely never been in a queue that long, and this is kind of what I mean. Like, it shows a tank and 3 DPS. It has been like that for a majority of those 2.5 hours. So I'm just curious if it's ever gonna pop. I don't know that it ever will, but it's more for my entertainment. Like I said, I kind of forgot that I was in queue before starting recording, and I did kind of think of it like an hour ago, like, should I just record instead of waiting for queue? Should I just start recording and see if queue pops? And then I think I was hunting herbs for probably an hour and a half. And then I just was like, I kind of want a quest. I want to do something that gives me experience, even if it is a little bit. And then I eventually started recording. So my inventory, I think I used most of them for potions. There's that item. Yeah, I kind of wanted to wrap up these last few quests that were hanging around in my quest log so that I can start in the Barrens guilt-free. By guilt-free, I just mean because I have OCD about that, so if they're just sitting there completed, I have such an urge to go turn them in. I do still need gold thorn. I was in Arathi Highland while I was waiting for Q, and I was trying to find gold thorn, but maybe it's just that area. It seemed kind of hard to come by. There were a lot of Khadgar's Whisker, and I got some Fade Leaf and some Life Root, and some King's Blood. Life Root. I actually even got some Wild Steel Bloom. But my alchemy really just loves Gold Thorn right now. Actually, I'm gonna get some Briarthorn. I actually got a decent amount of gold from the spare herbs that I had laying around in my bank. I sold them on the auction house. And Briarthorn was probably the one I was able to sell for the most gold. I'm hoping that when I turn this quest in, it's going to take all of these random quest items out of my inventory. And I opened it off, like off screen, I guess. And one of the quest items that were given to me it was like an envelope. And I opened the envelope. There was this. I think there were a few other things too. Like it just, everything just spilled out. And I'm like, was I supposed to use these items? It never prompted me to do that. Because if he doesn't take them back, I can probably get rid of them and free up some inventory space. Oh, I know who it is. It's that guy down in the hut. I thought it was gonna be one of these guys. uses physics. Further instructions. Eliminate Gorenzo. Now there is a prospect that I have no objections to. Gnomes are bad enough as it is, but what I learned about Gorenzo only makes it worse. Apparently, he was one of the head engineers in Nomergon, where he was working on their secret project. We could never infiltrate Dunmorrow well enough to find out specific details. It was a failure. Our reports say that whatever it was literally exploded in their faces. Gorenzo wrench whistle. I'm just gonna take a quick drink of water. There's like a little tickle in my throat that won't go away. I met Gorenzo once, but let me tell you, he's not easy on the eyes. His flesh looks like it's rotting away, and he's grafted metal and gears onto his body, replaced some of his limbs with mechanical ones. Northeast of here, far above Cragpool Lake, up near the water wheel, is where Gorenzo watches over the entire site. There's no way I could fight my way up there, not to mention take on Gorenzo, but you look like you might be able to make it. If you kill him for me, I'll make it worth your while. I believe I've been up where he's talking about before when I was looking for herbs in the past. It's like a construction site, kind of like he described, where you like climb up scaffolding and stuff like that. Sorry if my mic is picking up on the street sound. Yeah, there's the water wheel. I think I have to go up and around. I really wish I could be mounted in boomkin form. Let's see. No. Oh my god. Oh my god, I was very lucky to hit the water there. I thought for sure I could make it onto the platform below me. I kind of wish he was right at the top though, just because the quest said that he watches out over the entire site. I feel like the top here would be that spot. Is that him? Okay, that's him. Alright, I got his mechanical arm. And I should be able to make it into the water, right? Yeah. It's weird that there were even mechanomes back in this far back in Classic, considering that they eventually became an allied race. Um, oh my god, I didn't even read it. Oh no. That sucks. Um, that really sucks. I guess I'm gonna go back to Ratchet on the flight path. I imagine I can actually look up what he said. Maybe I'll read it on the flight path. I'm just on like the side tab. Oh yeah, I'm able to look it up. So I will read it out as I fly over to Ratchet. Yeah, my little dungeon finder I feel like is never gonna pop. It's been, I think, 3 hours at this point. And a lot of people have been complaining about it today, so yeah. Even see here, DPS looking for group. Everybody's just saying use the like trade chat and looking for group chat to just make your own groups, which is fine. I just prefer not to. Especially when there's plenty of quests that I still have left to do on this character, so I'll use the opportunity to do so. Okay, so what he said when I turned the quest in was, look at that thing. It'd take a gnome to come up with something like that. I can't understand why you'd cut off an arm and replace it with that when you could just keep both arms and add a third. Gnomes, I tell you. At least Garenzo's out of commission. Hopefully, that'll be enough proof, and Sputtervalve will assign me to one of the Tinker Union workshops in Gajitsan, or maybe even Undermine. Trying to remember. Undermine. Does he mean dead mines? Interesting. I wonder if he will possibly receive that promotion when Kata drops. I wonder if they ever updated that NPC. Yeah, I remember I still have that as well. That was, I think, why I originally started leveling up yesterday, was because I wanted to go through there without it taking like half an hour. But now Dungeon Queue is broken, so I had to stop. So yeah, I'll see what's available in Ratchet and go from there. I'm realizing my questy seems a little broken. There seems to be a lot less available options. Like, I think it used to show me, like, see this one? It, isn't showing me, like, the dungeon ones. Like, I know there's gotta be quests for these places, and I remember for sure there was one by Wotlk Caverns. So I wonder if something's going on with the add-on. So it'll track the low-level quests on my mini-map, but it just seems to not be showing up in all the other spots. I could probably go over to the dungeons and find the quests on my mini-map up here, but it does also make me wonder what else it's not picking up on. I just remember, I'm going off of memory, that there were quests outside of those dungeons before. I thought maybe when I entered the zone it would load them, but not so much. I'm debating on when I should go and take that boat to Booty Bay, I think it was, for, yeah, Booty Bay, for this quest about the lady that had the Scythe of a Loon. Samaflange. The venture company set up a small research facility to the north of here, southwest of the Sledge Fen. I don't know very much about what they're doing, but did manage to discover that they're experimenting with something called a samflange. Now, what the heck is a samflange? Well, whatever it is, I want to examine it, so I need somebody to go get it. I obtained a copy of their control system operating manual. You should be able to figure out how to disengage the samaflange from it. Get this wanted poster. Wanted Baron Longshore. Wanted Baron Longshore, Captain of the Heedless. Captain Longshore of Gilneas leads vessels of the South Sea freebooters and is wanted on charges of piracy. Remains must be in identifiable condition. Gaslow. Oh, he has a lot. Root samples. The herbs of the barrens are not quite like herbs in other lands. Their properties are mostly the same, but the oasis water here alters the plants. They are just slightly different. I want to study those differences to see if they're exploitable. If you are skilled in herbalism, then gather root samples of the herbs you find in the barrens. Bring back these samples so that I may compare them with herbs from other regions. Raptor horns. The raptor horns of the barrens are smarter than I'm sorry. Did I say the raptor horns of the barrens? The raptors of the barrens are smarter than raptors in other lands, and I think all that's smart is hiding in their horns. If so, then I could grind their horns into powder and use it to make smart drinks. I could sell them for a fortune, and you can help me. Find me intact raptor horns from Sunscale scythe claws. They roam in the southern barrens and in the northern barrens near the border of Ashenvale Forest. Deep moss spider eggs. Spider egg omelets are a new fad in Booty Bay. The problem is, Booty Bay's got no eggs. I smell an opportunity. In Windshear Crag and Sishorn Canyon, in the Stone Talon Mountains to the northwest, lives the deep moss spider. Bring me its eggs, and I'll pay a bundle. In Windshear Crag, the eggs will be clustered under what trees remain. In Scissor Canyon, well, if you have a weak stomach, then maybe you should just collect the eggs at Windshear Crag. Blue leaf tubers. Blue leaf tubers are a delicacy around the world, but they're rare, very rare. The only place to find them is here in the barrens, deep in the earth in Razorfen Crawl. And even then, they're impossible to find unless you know just where to look. That's why I've trained these snuffle-nose gophers to find them for me. They have great noses and can smell a tuber from 50 paces away. It won't be easy, but if you get me some tubers, I'll pay you handsomely. Hey Lunacy, don't forget to grab a crate, a manual, and a command stick. Volcanic activity. Being an apprentice to Marvan Rivet Seeker, I've learned so much, but he's been gone for such a long time now, so I think I'm going to work on some experiments of my own. I've been reading about Ungoro Crater most recently, and about the strange volcanic activity going on in the middle of the crater. I think a lot could be learned if I could just get some of the ash from the elementals there. Do you think you'd mind collecting some for me? You are going that way. See, I'm sure this quest is gonna send me on the boat to Booty Bay. Miner's Fortune. Being wharf master of a busy port like Ratchet, I keep my finger on the pulse of information. I know about the exchange of goods and money between here and Booty Bay. The latest bit of news I've heard is about the venture company's Boulder Lode mine northeast of the Sludge Fen. One of the miners discovered an emerald the size of your fist. I know a few buyers who'd be interested in getting their hands on something like that, and I'd be willing to go half and half on its sale. Looks like there's one more hiding over here. Trouble at the docks. Oops, had a little mishap. As you can see, the morning cargo shipment from Booty Bay was huge. Huge, I say. Never seen so many crates. Well, I was trying to expedite things, so I started unloading a bit more than I could handle. That's when everything came tumbling down. Before I knew what was going on, I saw that menace, Mad Maglish, go running off with a bottle of 99-year-old port. Chased him all the way to Wailing Caverns. No way I was going in there. Maybe you're brave enough to find him? Oh, there's actually another one up here as well. South Sea Freebooters. I sure wish Vice Admiral Greslick did a better job of keeping the seas safe for our trading vessels. With all the gold the trade princes have poured into the trade fleets, it ticks me off to see so many pirates running willy-nilly, raiding my ships and stealing my goods. I heard that the South Sea Freebooters have set up a camp just south of here. They've been a real thorn in my side, and if Greslick won't take care of them, well, maybe you can help me get rid of them. Maybe. I think to start off with, I'm gonna go right up there. Vendor the few things out of my inventory. And if I happen to see some of the specific raptors that are needed, I will, of course, take them out. Oh, it's a mother and cub. So many striders out here. I can open up the right window. The root samples. The root samples I might do off screen just because it sounds a little bit tedious. Why are they walking like that? What is going on with these two? Interesting. I don't think they're supposed to behave like that. But, what do I know? I'm not the developer. Oh, I see. I just have to gather herbs. That's easy enough. Is it all herbs? I assume? Yeah, okay. At least I'll have some stuff to put up on the auction house at the end of all this. I think there's a meeting. I see it. A variety of buttons, levers, and blinking lights are somewhat erratically arrayed on the face of the control console. A small gauge indicates that the apparatus is currently operating within optimal levels and indicates that the control valves on the control valves 1 through 3 are currently open. There is a small keyhole set to the lower right side of the control panel. The 3 control valves are currently opened. The various readings on the control panel lead you to presume that they must be shut off before the apparatus can be shut off. Can I reach it? Oh, he's upset about it. Just want to make sure, yeah. Lights indicating the 3 control valves dim as they are shut off. Green lights slowly fade into yellow, and the switch controlling the apparatus is now movable. With the valves closed, it can be turned off. With the apparatus deactivated, the control panel can be opened up and the SAMA-flange removed from the console. With everything else in place, all that is left is to acquire the key to unlock the console. So there should be a named mob in here. Who has the key? The console lights are dimmed and the gauges and dials all read at their 0 positions. Everything's idling. Turning the key in the lock, the control console unlocks. A red light at the top of the console turns off and all power drains from the terminal. Pulling open the face of the control console reveals a dense jumble of wires, tubing, and other strange mechanical objects, most of which seem to serve no practical purpose. Pushing them aside and digging deeper into the console, you find the SAMA-flange. A tug removes it from its housing. So I will bring that back to him and hopefully get another 4 root samples along the way. Shame, I was hoping for more briarthorn since they sell for the most. I think this will be one. Nope. I don't especially want to be flagged for PvP. Wait, that's Duratar. I do not need to go to Duratar. Looks like I'll have 2 quests to turn in when I get there. I was hoping I would discover more of the barrens by taking this way. Here we go, I guess. The Merchant Coast. Oh, you're back, Lunacy. Do you have the Samaflange? This is, interesting. Yes, I'll have it sent along to the Tinkers Union headquarters in Undermine. I'm sure, after some careful dissection and research, they'll be able to make sense of it. But perhaps I'll have a little look myself first. Oh, let's take a look at this thing. Oh, darn. That's it? Alrighty then. I thought he was gonna say more. Did he just break it? Hello, Lunacy. Did you get those root samples? Yes, yes. Those are very nice. I will grow specimens from these roots and study them. I hope to find new properties from them, hidden, valuable properties. And don't worry, if I do, then you'll be the first to know, because I'll need someone to gather more. So I think I'm going to call it there for this video. I will probably go do maybe a couple of these quest objectives before starting my next video. Like going and getting these eggs, I think for sure. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next video, guys. Bye!